Hi there, and welcome to today's MNA orientation webinar. We're glad you're able to join us today. And in the interest of time, we're going to go ahead and get started. Our goal for today's webinar is to give you a better understanding of what MNA benefits are available to you as a member and how you can access them. We're going to go through the information quite quickly. So if you need a refresher, we will be sharing this recording of this webinar, as well as we're always here to help you. So our goal is that you have some idea of what's available to you. And if you don't remember the exact specifics on how to access it, that's okay. And you can always reach out to MNA for support. MNA was incorporated in 1990. We serve more than 750 member organizations statewide. If you just joined as a member, welcome and thank you so much. We appreciate your support. If you happen to be on the phone and are not yet a member, that's okay too. You can join today's webinar and see what's available to you and consider joining at a later date. And if you happen to be a new business member with MNA, you'll get lots of great information from today's webinar. The more business specific benefits, however, aren't really covered in today's webinar, so that may be an additional outreach or connection point with us individually. We serve the sector through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy work. All three of these areas are something that you'll learn more about today. My name is Sarah Pinder. I'm the Engagement Director at Michigan Nonprofit Association. You can see my picture there in the middle. I'm joined today by my colleague.
Hi, Sarah. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I think your screen is not showing. I am not seeing it on my end, and I just wanted to make sure that people were able to see. Yep.
Thank you, Mario. I will share that right now. Perfect reason to interrupt me.
Yes, there we go. Thank you.
Sorry, everyone. I promise what I said was on the previous slides, but you didn't miss much because it was just what I was talking about. So thank you, Mario. As I said, Mario is on the call today, and now you've heard his voice. And he will be presenting a little bit later, and I'm sure the screen will work for him, but thank you for your patience as we get going here. So like I said, my name's Sarah, and we'll be talking throughout the webinar today. Another member of our team is Bill Gesselman. He's our Strategic Growth Officer, and he is always willing to help people as well. So don't worry about writing down our contact information. I'll show you where you can find that online. As I mentioned, one of the ways that MNA serves the nonprofit sector is through public policy and advocacy. We tend to focus on things that affect the whole nonprofit sector, so things like tax policy, budget and spending, public and private collaborations. Our colleague, Joan Gustafson, is our External Affairs Officer, and if you're ever looking to connect with someone on policy-related issues, Joan is your person. She loves to talk about that with nonprofits. All right, so now we are going to switch over to the MNA website, which is where we're going to spend the majority of our presentation today. Hopefully you've seen the MNA website before and been on it, maybe looking for information or signing up that way. Okay, I'm showing you the website now, so that is what you should be seeing. Looks like my screen is showing, and we are in business. So when you come to the MNA website, the first thing I always recommend that people do is log in. If you're a recent member, you should have received an automatic email to your primary and secondary contact, and that would give you prompts to set up your own username and password. The organization membership is organization-wide, so you can set up more people with username and passwords if that's how you choose to share the membership. Or if you wouldn't want to do that, you could set up a general username and password and share that amongst your staff. But the benefits extend to your staff, board members, even key volunteers. You can see here that I'm on the member login page, which was linked from the top right of the website. Once there, if you do have problems or don't have your username and password, you can use these links for forgot username or forgot password and get the information that way. You can also check out these short web videos that will help you troubleshoot some simple issues that tend to come up frequently. And if you're still having problems, you can email us at info@MNAonline. Getting your username and password is incredibly important because almost all of the member benefits can be accessed through our website and will require a login. So by doing that, you're just opening the door to accessing all of your MNA member benefits. So you can see once I log in, you're on this member dashboard. I've got some quick links here and then essentially the chart of benefits down below. I'm going to show you a few things. I like to use this left side menu to navigate around this dashboard. So I'm going to show you a few things you can do in here. First is the membership details. This spot is where your organization details are. So if you move, you want to update that with your new address. It has information about how many employees you have, etc. Also down below that is your contact area, which is again where you can set up new usernames and passwords for people, as well as give admin level permissions if need be. And then below that is where your membership renewal will show up when it's time for that. And you can actually pay online and be done with it in a quick and easy fashion. Yours will look different than ours does. Ours looks a little funky because of some internal records. MNA member discount codes, another link here on the left, is an important page to know about. When we promote events that have a member and non-member rate or publications that have that similarly, you'll have to come and get your MNA member discount code from this page and then proceed with your purchase or registration for the event. So as you can see, they're listed here. And then there's an easy button to register that takes you right to the registration page for that particular event or product. This third link over on the left is edit login profile. So here you can change in your personal username and password for the site, which can be really helpful. Again, if you make it something that's easy for you to remember, then you will log in easier and quicker and probably be more motivated to do it when it's a password that you don't have to look up. So today we're going to talk a lot about the nonprofit resources, which are your MNA member benefits. But before we go over to this membership tab and look at those, I'm going to point out a couple other highlights of our website. Under who we are, we do have a staff page. This includes all of our staff's email and phone numbers. We are all working from home right now in relation to COVID-19. So email is a great way to connect with us, and then working to connect with people individually that way. You can leave messages on the phone lines, and I know Mario is still answering our main phone line, but it might take you a little bit longer to get a response that way. Another thing under who we are is our Get Connected tab. If not already, make sure that you're signed up for the MNA e-newsletters, and also following us on social media if you're interested. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Our e-newsletter sign up is here. Just make sure when you do it that you're always choosing everything you want, as the preferences reset when you choose new e-newsletters. So the My Nonprofit News is our bi-weekly, every other Friday morning this comes out, and it's our most general e-newsletter with a lot of basic information. Right now you're seeing a lot of e-newsletters from us, more than every other Friday morning, and that is in response to COVID-19. We're doing our best to keep nonprofits abreast of everything that is happening around that current crisis. All right, so another way that MNA serves the nonprofit sector is through our technology services, and I am going to turn that over to Mario to tell us a little bit more about this.
Thanks, Sarah. As she mentioned, one of the ways MNA serves the nonprofit sector in Michigan is through our technology services. The team at MNA Tech is very knowledgeable and personable, and if you happen to be the accidental techie at your office, and maybe you don't want to continue being that sole resource, or maybe there's an additional need for something tech-related around the office or with your personal technology for your office or organization, we would really encourage you considering reaching out to MNA Tech. They can assist with things like technology planning, managing your servers, and various other technological related items. The team is extremely helpful and can even be reached through a direct hotline for those unexpected problems that spring up around the office. You can see the hotline is listed there just below the reported problem. You can also fill out the reported problem submission form and get connected with that information. More details can be found under that technology services tab on our website. Now I'm going to bounce it over to Sarah to review our civic engagement.
Thanks, Mario. And one quick mention about MNA Tech, they have recently released an opportunity for members to access their services via online virtual office hours. It was promoted in our last version of the My Nonprofit News and will probably be sent out again today and that today or tomorrow in the next e-newsletter that goes out. So if you need help tech support, think about scheduling a 30-minute consultation with them. It's really easy. The guys are great, and you can get some real-time support that way. Under civic and community engagement, MNA serves the nonprofit sector in a few different ways. One is our work around Census 2020. This has been about a 3-year campaign that MNA has been involved with to mobilize people around participating in the census. The census is hugely important for both financial reasons for the money that the state gets from the federal government, as well as for representation purposes in regards to how many representatives we have at the federal level. Both are affected for the next 10 years based on census data, and census forms are out. Hopefully you've responded. If not, you can still respond online. And we're just really encouraging people to do their census for all of those reasons. And, you know, it's a weird time right now. We're certainly in a strange reality with COVID-19, but census is still critically important and something that will affect Michigan for the next decade. So encourage people you know to fill out the census. And if you haven't already, please complete yours. We also support an AmeriCorps Vista program. These volunteers in service to America are placed at about 30 organizations nonprofit organizations throughout the state of Michigan and serve for a year living at the poverty level wage to help support nonprofits and build their capacity. So if you're interested in learning more about any of those, you can link to information on these from these websites. So now I'm going to scroll over and go to our research and publications tab. MNA has a lot of great publications that are available to you. First one that's listed here is our 1920 Compensation and Benefit Report. This is a report that we do in partnership with the nonprofit sector. We ask you as nonprofit leaders to report back to us every 2 years about the type of positions your nonprofit has, how much you pay those people, even what benefits or vacation time you give to those employees. What we're able to do with that data is turn it around and produce it into this report and put it back into the sector. This report ended up with 78 different positions. They're all categorized by the subsector, as well as the type of position and even the geographic region. So this becomes a really great tool for nonprofit leaders to use. For instance, if you're looking to hire a development director and you're an arts organization in Southeast Michigan, you can see what other organizations that fit those criteria are paying people in your area. So really, really cool report. Like I said, it's done every 2 years. This is our most recent version, and I'd encourage you to check that out. MNA members receive a discount discounted rate of $165 on that publication. The second publication listed here is the Michigan Nonprofit Management Manual. This is my favorite resource to talk about because it is just super practical and very good resource for nonprofits. It follows several principal areas or topic areas, things like fund development, accounting, insurance, human resources, etc. And it's a pretty long book. It's about 600 pages long, but it is meant to use, as a reference. So you'd use either the table of contents in the front or the index in the back. Makes things really easy to use or to find and to use the information. So check that out. You can get one of those at the member price of $75. I'm going to continue scrolling down here. We have a great short introduction book for anyone who's interested in working in the sector. So that's a great resource. We also recently released our salary visualization tool. This uses information from the compensation and benefit report and allows you to access it online and really customize the tools and tables that are available there. It's pretty cool. So I'd encourage you to log in and check that out. That's a member-only benefit. Scrolling down further, we do produce a magazine 3 times a year, and then the fourth one that goes out is our annual report. This is MNA Links magazine, and you can access the issues here for an archive. If you want to go back and look at previous ones, you can check that out. And scrolling down a little bit further, I want to point out a few things on the bottom of the page. One is our nonprofit advocacy in Michigan primer. If you're interested in doing advocacy, this is a great reference tool. It's really nonprofit advocacy 101 and is an easy read, quick download here. We also have a partnership with the Michigan Attorney General's office, which helped us produce this free downloadable guide for helping Michigan citizens give wisely. So lots to check out on that publications tab. So now I'm going to scroll over and look at our advocacy work. So right now, our advocacy work is focused around COVID-19 and the response on the national level that affects nonprofits. So you can see here from our COVID-19 webpage that we have a lot of resources in several different sections. And I'm trying, there it goes, and now it's showing up on screen. See, now I'm all worried that my screen's not showing properly. But there are a ton of resources on this page, and they are updated daily, and I encourage you to check it out. We were doing a huge amount of promotion around the PPP program. We're hoping that most nonprofits that were eligible for those government loans took advantage of that, because it is going to be a huge amount of support for nonprofits as we enter into a pretty unpredictable future. There is also in here, there's a list of funding resources. You can go back and check out our digests, our e-newsletters that we've sent most recently, et cetera, et cetera. So definitely check out the COVID-19 page. The other thing I will say is that Michigan Nonprofit Association from the very beginning is, of course, been very concerned about nonprofits and how you're doing. And what helps us advocate for you is hearing from you what special challenges or unique situations you are having. So any of that feedback you're willing to provide to us is wonderful. Send us an email, reach out via phone. It helps us to know what the sector is dealing with, and we get that information directly from you. So now we're going to go over to this membership tab, and I'm going to click on Nonprofit Job Center and turn it over to Mario, who's going to tell us a little bit about this resource.
Thanks again, Sarah. Under the membership tab, you can find our Nonprofit Job Center. This is one of our frequently used resources, and there are a few different ways that you yourself can interact with the Job Center. One way is browsing what jobs are available in the Michigan nonprofit sector by clicking on current job postings. You can sort through these options by category and narrow it down to the desired search parameters. Content is updated as it comes in, and every Friday we send out a weekly e-newsletter for the most recent job postings. It's also great for a nonprofit leader who's looking to hire someone in Michigan. Go ahead and click on the submission form under the Job Center tab from the previous page that we were just on to complete the job postings. The rates are $75 for a single 30-day posting for current MNA members and $165 for non-members with a logo included. We strongly recommend that you and encourage you to post any openings with our Job Center. Another way you can get engaged with the Job Center is by getting signed up for the weekly email blast that I referenced earlier that goes out every Friday morning with the most current postings submitted to MNA. It's a great resource to stay up to date on positions available if you're a job seeker. You can sign up for the e-newsletter by clicking on the Get Connected page that Sarah mentioned earlier, and go ahead and click on Nonprofit Job Center, and that'll subscribe you to our e-newsletters for the Nonprofit Job Center. Our email blast reaches over 6,000 subscribers each week, and our Job Center typically gets around 18,000 page views a month, which is a great way to market your opportunities to our online resource and broader nonprofit network. I will hand it back off to Sarah now, once again, to talk a little bit more about your M&A benefits.
Thanks, Mario. So now we're back under the membership tab, and I clicked on nonprofit resources, and this is where you access all of your M&A member benefits. So we're going to go through these and show you what's available to you. The top is always a featured benefit. As you can see right now, it's the salary visualization tool. I'm going to scroll down since we already talked about that. Under fundraising and finance support, one of your biggest benefits is free access to GrantStation. I'm going to click on this to show you how you get to GrantStation. So you have free access to GrantStation, which is an online grants database of current grant opportunities. In order to get that free access, you have to log in through MNA's website and come to GrantStation this way. Once you do that, you will see that you are logged in. It'll have your name. I think the first time you do it, you might have to set up an account, but you don't have to log in twice. So it'll have welcome and then your name here. There is a lot of information on this site that's really great, and I just encourage people to check that out. They have a huge amount of resources. If you've never written a grant before, maybe if you just need a refresher, it's really great for that. But I'm going to show you the one main feature today, which is their grant makers databases. So as you can see under Find Grant Makers, there are about 6 different ways to search. I usually choose the U.S. Charitable database because that seems to be the most general. And as you can see, when you choose that, it gives you some information about how to search, which is a good thing to read as well if you really want to narrow down your search and be most efficient about it. On the right side is where you're able to choose the search parameters. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a couple of these so you can see how it works. I'm going to choose that we are looking for grant makers in Michigan. I'm going to choose areas of interest. I'm going to choose environment. Haven't done that one in a while. So I'm going to do environment. And then maybe I'll choose one more, type of support. Maybe I want some general operating support. So as you can see, it's updating in real time. And now I've got 34 different results. And what you can do with these records is then go ahead and click on the name of the foundation, and you're going to get just a wealth of more information about that funder. You're going to get what they fund, where they fund, some contact information, how much they give away every year, et cetera, et cetera. Really, really cool source of information that you should definitely be using as part of your M&A membership. These orange buttons up top also give you some capability of what to do with the profile, the foundation profile when you get it. So check those out as well. But Definitely encourage you to check out GrantStation. It's a huge resource, a great member benefit for you, and you should be definitely utilizing it. So I'm going back to the MNA website now so I can show you the rest of the benefits. Similar to GrantStation is the Foundation Directory. Some people know this name a little bit better. It's also an online database of grant opportunities, and you receive a 15% discount on that as an MNA member. Finance Unlocked for Nonprofits, or FUN, is a series of 6 web videos from a partner of ours out in Washington State. They talk about the fundamentals of nonprofit finance with a CPA and an improv actor, so they're actually pretty entertaining. Great tool to use if you're onboarding new board members, maybe even new staff members that just don't quite know how nonprofits operate when it comes to finances. You can access credit card processing discounts from Card Connect. And under free and discounted education, you'll see a link here for our discounted and free events. Right now, we're posting a ton of events related to COVID. Obviously, they are all virtual right now. But this web calendar you can get to from that link. You can also link to it from the front page of our website. So check that out to see what's happening in the event space. We also have a recorded webinar archive, which is where we will put the recording of today's webinar, and you can access it there, but you can also access previous webinars on various topics. MNA a couple years ago developed a diversity, inclusion, and equity assessment that is meant to have organizations look at their internal structures to see how they are supporting and promoting diversity, inclusion, and equity. That's something I could talk a lot about because I helped manage the program and help develop the assessment. So if you're interested in learning more about that, please reach out directly to me. MindEdge is a partner when it comes to online learning. Again, a great opportunity right now if you have staff that's working from home. They offer various courses that are accessible through the virtual platform. They range anywhere from about $79 to $150, all different topics on capital campaigns, how to read a financial statement, etc. MNA members receive a 10% discount on MindEdge. So again, I'd encourage you to look that up. That's a member benefit that's really great to share with your staff so that you make sure you're getting the full benefit of your whole organization being a member of MNA. We do have a document library here as well that includes things in the area of volunteer management, some stuff on communications and finance, but you can check that out for any document templates you might be looking for. We also partner with All Campus to provide discounts on higher education, and you can check out the specific programs and universities that are included in that online offering. Principles and Practices, or Principles for Good Governance and Ethical Practice, is a publication made available by a national partner, Independent Sector. They do great work in nonprofit capacity building. This can be downloaded for free. I think you just have to put in your email address, but check that out if you're interested. I already talked about the management manual and links, so I'm going to continue to scroll down. As you can see from the next part of this chart, we work with some of the largest educational institutions throughout the state, and they all provide various benefits to our members. University of Michigan Dearborn provides a 20% discount on tuition and fees. Oakland University provides a 25% discount on their certificate of nonprofit management. MSU has partnered with us to encourage nonprofit professionals to take part in their executive MBA program. They waive the application fee for that program and give out 2 nonprofit-specific scholarships each year that amount to 50% of the tuition cost for that program. Davenport University offers a 20% discount for MNA members. And New Horizons offers a discount on their learning and technology courses. a 10 to 20% discount on their offerings. Further down below that in the managing HR section, and I realize we are right at our time. I probably have 5 to 7 more minutes of content. My apologies for going over. Hopefully you're able to stay on. If you're not, you know where to find the recording of this webinar now. Nonstop Wellness is a great option for nonprofits who have more than 50 people accessing their healthcare benefits. This is a way to self-fund healthcare and often means reduced costs for the organization as well as savings for the employee. So definitely a great benefit and something to check out if your organization fits that parameter. Mutual of America is a longtime partner with MNA. They are offering no administrative fees for organizations with retirement plans of less than $1 million in assets. If that's a need that you have, definitely reach out to Mutual of America. Talked about the Job Center and the compensation and benefits report, so I'm going to scroll down there. Constellation HR is a compensation management system. This can help you manage your employees' annual reviews, do performance-based, raises and evaluations. So if you're in need of that, if you're someone who manages a lot of employees, you can definitely check out Constellation HR. Verified Volunteers is a background check service that provides a discount to MNA members. Excuse me, I think it's a 20% discount. And the unique thing about Verified Volunteers is it allows volunteers to share, or organizations to share volunteer background checks, in the sense of if a volunteer works with Girl Scouts, but she also volunteers at the local hospital, they could potentially share the same background check, saving each organization time and money. Paychecks offers a 35% discount on their services to nonprofits. If you're looking for someone to be your partner in HR and payroll services. Also, if you don't have director and officer liability insurance, it's definitely something you should have to protect the people that are leading your organization. We work locally with Lyman and Sheets, and they do a great job to provide quotes and talk you through what insurances it might be that your organization needs or should access. So check out Lyman and Sheets if you want to get a quote on that type of insurance. Scrolling down, we've talked about MNA Tech. So now we're going to, I'm going to turn it over to Mario again to tell us a little bit more about how you can make connections through MNA.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. So MNA offers 3 different types of memberships. We offer nonprofit, business, and career development. Because of this, we have a variety of businesses, both small and large, that are part of our grander statewide network. One of your featured MNA benefits is complete access to our business marketplace directory, which is a great resource for nonprofits seeking specific services from those who are experts in the sector. This online database can connect your organization with independent contractors or firms that are looking to serve your needs. Now, please note, we strongly suggest that you still perform your own due diligence before hiring or contracting any of the businesses found through the search, but it's another great way to make additional connections within the MNA network. Much like the Great Business Marketplace tool, we also offer a nonprofit member directory, which provides the contact information for the nonprofits within our MNA network. Through this resource, you can search additional organizations throughout the state that are members and make connections and potentially collaborate on joint efforts or projects in your region. It's another great way to make additional connections. If you're a nonprofit leader seeking to reach some of our business members with specific needs, we do have an exclusive feature that is available for MNA members. It's called the Request for Proposal Distribution, and it can be very helpful. All you need to do is just complete the short form, and your submission will be distributed to a variety of businesses who have identified services in those areas of your inquiry. As you can see on your screen, go ahead and just click the Begin Application button and start completing the information, and we will connect you with the most suitable or appropriate business in our network. Another great way to make connections is through our Trusted Partners and Resources document, which is available in your member benefits. This document opens in a new tab and provides additional contact information for some of our most trusted partners within the nonprofit sector. I think it either opens into a new tab or downloads as a PDF, whichever way your system is set up. Some of this quick reference information includes the National Council of Nonprofits and the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, also known as LARA. This is a helpful guide for navigating some of the institutions in the nonprofit sector. Going back to your member benefits, we do have a variety of advertising and sponsorship opportunities if you're looking to get connected with some of that information. MNA does have a considerable statewide following online and in person and throughout the network, as well as a growing online presence through social media. So advertising with us is a great platform to broadcast your upcoming events, any programming that you have going on, or just general opportunities. You can find more details about our specific packages by reviewing the options found on the advertising and sponsorship opportunities page on the website or through your member benefits. Another great resource that MNA has available to you as a nonprofit or in the nonprofit sector is our Capacity Building Center Network listing. This list provides more details about the 10 other organizations or centers around Michigan that provide local capacity building services for other nonprofits. Through this collaboration, the Michigan nonprofit sector continues to grow healthier and stronger, while also helping organizations better serve their clients and achieve their missions. More information can be found on the Capacity Building Center Network page, and you can connect with any of those organizations in that listing. That brings us to the end of your member benefits overview. We thank you for being on the webinar today, and we certainly welcome you to MNA. Please don't hesitate to reach out directly to myself or my colleague Sarah with any additional MNA questions or concerns or any login issues. I know for me, we hope you have a great day and stay healthy and safe out there.